I remember trying to meditate with those apps, those damn apps. And what did it get me? Did it get me a sense of peace and well-being? Someone's gonna say, but you should have tried their premium version of the app with the 20-minute guided meditation. That could have done it. And listen, meditating, it's not about effort, right? Or maybe, in a sense, in a paradoxical sense, it is, because we've been fucked in the ass. How could Jesus be praying so hard, as pointed to in this quote from the Bible, okay, that the disciples looked at him and were like, oh my god, he's like sweating blood pretty much, right? You have no reason to believe me. Like, who the fuck am I? But it's a little suspicious that, well, like the recorded person to have achieved illumination, right, in history was not meditating in a chill way. Someone's gonna get technical and be like, yeah, praying isn't meditating, you new age piece of shit. Yeah, and sinning used to have no guilt attached to it. It was just like derouting from your path. Obviously, praying is meditating. Merging with the creator or your creator, whatever you wanna call it. Yeah, why the hell was it so hard that he was sweating? It clearly wasn't like sitting in a lotus flower position or whatever the fuck people do and chilling, like chilling hard, right? Concentrating on how much you're chilling hard. And if you concentrate for long enough and you think pretty thoughts, then you'll achieve something. Like those famous stories of monks who, like, they fucking like die meditating and their body lives on, like, whatever the fuck. This is propaganda, okay? This is not how you meditate. If you look at a cat, their breathing is interestingly fast. Yet, paradoxically, you never hear a cat that suffers from anxiety or depression. You'd be like, oh, they're breathing really, really fast. Maybe it's because they're super, super anxious. Seems paradoxical, right? No, it's humans who meditate super, super chill and breathe super, super slow, and they're suffering with all of the possible mental, right? Mental ailments, like I used to have, depression, etc. So if Jesus, right, clearly a prime example of mental health, right? Even though it could not have been called that back then, okay? He just wasn't full of unclean spirits, okay? We just named them differently now. But I don't want to get too schizophrenic for you. Maybe he knew that if you breathed, right, is the same word for breath, back then in Greek. I know he spoke like Aramaic or whatever, but it's pretty close. Maybe he figured out you need to breathe like a cat. What the fuck does that mean? Well, a cat isn't thinking about how to breathe. Why the fuck are humans so have like this huge boner about controlling how to breathe, like for 10 seconds or whatever? Just why? Like, okay, if it's making you feel good, please proceed, right? Like, why am I talking to you? Like, but if you've watched this far, you clearly don't resonate with those methods, and this is why. Okay, like, you're not meant to be thinking about how to breathe, to controlling how you breathe, or for the matter, controlling anything at all. The mind pretty much hacks the entire system and begins controlling everything. Deciding means to cut in Spanish. Yeah, it cuts you off from the spirit, right? The spirit breathes by itself, which is why Jesus was probably breathing, I don't know, intensely fast, because he needed to like really connect to the spirit or like whatever, his father. I don't fucking know. It's just a thought, okay? Do you think if you stopped caring about how to breathe completely, ultimately like drop your breathing altogether, you think it couldn't be done for you automatically? Like, for a fact that's the case. Why could it differ for meditation? Maybe your body is meant to breathe in a different way. Everyone's different, right? You need to figure it out by yourself. The real Jesus doesn't give many pointings because he doesn't know each soul. So the only thing that he says in one of those deleted Gospels from the Bible, like the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Philip, is you should fast from the world and go within, right? Like, he can tell you literally specifically what to do, but he trusts that you'll figure it out together, especially, winky winky, if you start breathing differently. Just try it. That's all I have to say.